Worldwide, Parkinson's disease affects 5 million people, many who haven't used boxing as a way to cope and help and control with that disease. That includes the subject of our piece.
There we go. Keep going. Get it going. Doing good.
The rhythmic swings from these arms belong to Carlton Bourne. 3 days a week, he comes for boxing classes to help control his Parkinson's disease.
I feel great. It makes you have a little brain fog sometimes, and it calms you. I mean, you might shake a little bit more, but it does make you get through the day.
Boxing helps with speed, more of the agility on hand-eye coordination, and how they can move left, right, frontwards, and backwards, and it has an amazing effect on the body.
The private, rigorous workout is what Carlton looks forward to with trainer Josh Biles, who also has boxing classes with those who have Parkinson's. And at first, the workout for them is difficult, but in time...
Now, when we see them, they're moving across the floor. And seeing that effect in them and having them come to me and be like, hey, I'm walking regularly without falling. I have more control over my body. When I'm about to fall, I can catch myself better. Hands up, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Carlton's flexibility is increased with this hard striking kicking drills. He says that overall the boxing workout puts him at ease throughout the week.
Relieves stress, and stress is a big problem with Parkinson's, for me at least. And doing the boxing relieves that stress and enables me to work and stay focused and do better jobs.
Increase their quality of living. With Parkinson's, there's falling is associated with that a lot, and it's a big fear in that world. So creating things to make the body work better, more stability, more balance.
For 10 years, Carlton has dealt with Parkinson's, and he says he'll keep coming to the gym. Simply put,
staying in shape is the best way to cope with this disease for me.
I am joined now by neurologist Dr. Mohammed of Overland Park Regional Medical Center. Doctor, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Tell me your last name, because you told me I can just call you Mohammed.
Yes, my last name is Nishati Zada, but all of my patients, even over the last 10 years, have called me Mohammed.
It works
or
for
Dr.
me.
Mohammed, so I'm glad to be here.
Hey, we've got a chance to see the individual Carlton working out as a boxer, boxing workout. You recommend this, do you not?
I do. I actually have a lot of patients who have Parkinson's disease and various types of Parkinsonism. And one of the things that they complain a lot about is that they may have slowness in coordination, stiffness of movements. And so automatic movements like walking and balance sometimes are disproportionately affected than other types of movements. So what I usually do is, by recommending them to participate in boxing, this basically forces them to adopt different postures and positions that are out of the norm for them, and it helps them not only with aerobic exercise, getting that heart pumping and getting the blood flowing, but it also helps with anaerobic exercise, which will be short bursts of rapid movement. And all of these changes may affect their brain to affect low levels of dopamine in the brain and try to increase those levels.
Now explain to our viewers what dopamine is.
So dopamine is a very important chemical that exists in everybody's brain. And people with Parkinson's disease often will have either low levels of dopamine or the dopamine may not be functioning correctly. And so by increasing dopamine, this will help people move better and regain some of the lost function that Parkinson's disease has affected.
And before I let you go, a lot of folks associate Parkinson's with people who are at least 60 years old and older, but that's not necessarily true.
Well, I think one of the misnomers of Parkinson's disease is that it's a disease always of the elderly. Probably at least 10% of people with Parkinson's disease actually may begin to have symptoms before the age of 40. And in many cases, it may not involve shaking or tremor at all. It may just be a shoulder that seems stiff, or sometimes people will have vague complaints that will cause them to go to the doctor and eventually be referred to a neurologist before the right diagnosis is made.
Well, Dr. Mohammed, thank you for your time. I appreciate your insight as well. Now, for those of you who don't know this, on April 6th, on Saturday, as you see here, Basketball 2013 from 4:30 to 11 p.m. at the College Basketball Experience at the Sprint Center. This is a fundraiser for Parkinson's disease, and it's a lot of fun. Auction, live auction, silent auction, and you get a chance to watch the Final Four games on that day. KU will not be there, so come on out to the CBE to celebrate the Final Four and, more importantly, help out a great cause, the Parkinson's Foundation.